Morning, everyone. Welcome to another English language class. So today we'll be continuing our topic that we started before the Easter break. We're going to focus on persuasive writing. Now, before school went on the abrupt break, we looked on an aspect of persuasion. That was the letter of complaint. But now we're going to focus on the persuasive essay. Now, what does it mean to persuade? Do you have any idea? Let's look at the word persuade. Now, there are various words that mean the same as the word persuade. For example, I'm going to ask someone to give me an answer. Can you tell me a response? Influence. So the word influence is similar in meaning to the word persuade. Another word is, can you tell me? We're thinking about it? Okay, in the meantime, if we live with our grandparents, we must have heard this word at some point in time. I'm going to write it for you. The word is inveigle. But you said you didn't hear of that word before? Well, growing up with my grandmother, she used to say, you can't go and make your friend them inveigle you for do bad things. So inveigle is another word for persuade or another word for influence. The other word that you must have heard before is this word. The word is entice. Yes, you must have heard the word entice. Now, I know that when you watch advertisements and so on, you are being enticed with the things that they are trying to sell. It could be KFC chicken, could be the burger, or some fashionable wear. Another word that can be used instead of the word persuade is this word. Now, everyone knows this word. The word convince. Now, is the minister presenting convincing arguments to parents out there or to other stakeholders about the so-called COVID-19 that we are now facing? Are you convinced that this virus is that detrimental? The word convince. Now, there are other words that can be used instead of these words that you're being introduced to or reintroduced to, but we'll just leave it at these four for now. With that said, we're now going to focus on how the essay actually looks. Now, for high school purposes, you are required to write 5 paragraphs. How many did I say? 5 paragraphs. Now you're going to say, but miss, what me I go find for write in a 5 paragraph? A whole heap of work that, miss. Whole heap of work that. But as long as you come up with the points for the argument that you are presented with, you will even write more than you're required to write. So for high school purposes, your essay should be between 250 to 300 words in length. Remember, I had said your essay is supposed to be 5 paragraphs.
So hold on. It can be 50.
No, your essay has an introduction, it also has the body, and it has a conclusion. Now, standard purposes, you're going to ensure that each section has at least 5 sentences. You see how many little amount of sentences you're required to write? Just 5 sentences. So now you have an idea of what your essay should contain. It should contain an introduction, there are body paragraphs, and there's also a conclusion. Now I'm going to draw for you an outline of what your essay is going to look like. Pay close attention. Good, my board is nice and clean. Now your essay is going to look something like this. Remember I said you are going to have 5 paragraphs? Well, please take note. So I'm trying to draw, I'm not that artistic, but you can take this off in your books as well. So the very first thing you have is your, what is it that you have? Your introduction. So this is paragraph number 1, and it's your introduction. Right? Now in your introduction, you're supposed to have a thesis, yes. You have your 3 points, and then you have a closing sentence. And this is paragraph number 1. Paragraph number 2 now. Paragraph number 2 is one of your body paragraphs. So in paragraph number 2, you're going to discuss your first point. So whatever point you made in the introduction first, that is the order your essay will take, right? So it has to be sequenced. So you talk about your first point in the second paragraph. So you have your first point in the form of a sentence. You have supporting sentences, at least 3. And then you're going to have that's right, a closing sentence. Moving on to paragraph number 3. So if paragraph number 2 has your first point, what do you think paragraph number 3 is going to have? But of course, your second point. So paragraph number 3 has your second point. And of course, what else? 3 supporting sentences. And of course, a closing sentence. Moving on to paragraph number 4. Paragraph number 4 will definitely have your third point. Very good. Then your 3 supporting sentences and a closing sentence. Do you notice anything about the paragraphs? Basically, they follow the same order. So you have a point, and then you support that point, then you close the paragraph. Just that each paragraph is talking about something different. So you don't just squish everything into one paragraph and say, here, miss, I've written my essay. It must take a particular order. Now, the final paragraph of your essay is your conclusion. And that's paragraph number 5. It is your conclusion. Now, your conclusion can either have a summary of your main points, or recommendations. Now, depending on the stimulus that you are given or the sentence string, you are going to decide through that whether it is going to require you to make recommendations as to how to alleviate that problem or issue that is being discussed, or you're just going to summarize the main points that you discussed in the body of the essay. Let me hope that with this little demonstration that you're a little bit clearer as to what is expected. No. Please note that in persuasive writing, you have to take a side. What did I say? You have to take a side. You're either for the argument that is presented or you are against the argument that is presented. So please remember that in persuasive writing, you have to take a side. Your essay is supposed to be between 250 to 300 words in length. Also, you have to ensure that you write in paragraph 4. See, I outlined the different paragraphs for you, telling you what they should have. So let me hope again that this information has made your thinking a little bit clearer. In our next class, we will focus on the introductory paragraph and we will look on the different parts. So we will work with a particular stimulus. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day.